Time for the first top 5 list of the new year, as always, presented by our friends at UW-Platteville. The University of Wisconsin-Platteville's exciting STEM programs make it a top university in Wisconsin and the Midwest region. In fact, UW-Platteville is ranked in the top 20 for regional universities in the Midwest. Find out more at uwplatt.edu. Not /engineering, just go there and learn more about UW-Platteville. Top 20. That's impressive stuff, man. I'm telling you, UW. Mm-hmm. All right, J.A., in honor of our guest today, you have put together a top 5 list that I'm going to do my best to limp along with. The floor is yours.
So we'll get into this more with Pat eventually at some point, but he's a killer Springsteen fan.
Yeah.
Right? He loves Bruce Springsteen, and we've told the story, I think, before, where I had a bootleg album from a concert one time, and he's like, you got to be kidding. I got to hear that thing. And so I lent him the album, and then he stayed. I left to get a different job, and eventually, like, I think it's gone, and somehow it evolves back. And an old SID, well, he's still an SID, but when I was there, Doug Tamaro, and eventually gets back into my hands. Tough. He's a Springsteen guy. I too love Bruce Springsteen, even more than Garth Brooks, who should
it's okay.
Play at Lambeau Field is Springsteen. So we're just in honor of Pat. Here we go. We're going to give you I'm going to give you my top 5 favorite Bruce Springsteen songs.
I'm going to admit if I've heard them or not.
It's a list that almost everybody who is has seen the future of rock and roll, and its name is Bruce Springsteen, probably has. There's probably one common one in all of them, depending on where it ranks, is one thing. But listen, Rolling Stone ranked the top 100, so that's it's a wide playing field. It's a deep pool that we're trying to go through.
Okay,
so here we go. Okay, number 5 is Thunder Road, which
Thunder
is off
Road.
Born to Run album. Thunder Road,
okay.
a great first line. When I go to classes and teach kids about leads and grabbing people, screen door slams, Mary's dress wave, like a vision. She dances across the porch as the radio plays. Roy Orbison singing For the Lonely. It's an amazing thing. Brings you. Okay.
Bad news. I just played it back here behind the scenes. I don't know that one. So I'm over one. All right. Sorry.
Number 4, which is just one of the ultimate great rock and roll party songs, and Rosalita. Rosalita come out tonight from his very first album. I believe that's on Greetings from Asbury Park. And now the first song on that is Blinded by the Light, but Rosalita, jump a little lighter. Rosalita, my company, the record company gave me a big advance. The other thing is I used to listen to that. My roommates and I in college, we'd listen to that song and see how many free throws we could shoot during that song. Little Nerf hoop was up, right? It's a really go-goer. It's probably a 5 or 6 minute long song. So that was part of it.
Number 3, deep cuts, or should I know these?
No, you should know these. Rosalita, you should totally know. This one's a deeper cut because this is a cover. He did a cover of Bob Dylan's Chimes of Freedom, which is just an amazing song to begin with. And his interpretation of it is amazing. I think that's on like a EP record that he did that. I don't know that it's on any specific album, but you should hear Chimes of Freedom or listen to the original Bob Dylan. Still fantastic.
Okay.
Number 2.
Nope, that was 3. This is 2. Yeah.
Number 2 would be one that's probably specific to me. It is probably one that is not hugely popular. I'm trying to think what album it's on. Anyway, Better Days. It's called Better Days. These are better days. It's a poor man, my friend who's living in his own skin and can't stand the company. I'm halfway to heaven, but only a mile out of hell. But I feel like I'm coming home. It's a great song, and I used it one time illegally, because when you're in local news, you don't ever fill out the ASCAP music reports for a deal when John Daly actually won the British Open, which sounds really odd, but it worked. Better Days. These are Better Days. That's number 2. And number 1 is obviously just the greatest rock and roll song ever. When Bruce went to record it, he said, the only goal I had was to make the best rock and roll song ever. And he did with Born to Run.
Okay.
And so that one you should know. If you don't know Born to Run.
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
Good, because I was going to say, because then that will be our first show of the year and our last show ever.
There's been a couple things that have made you want to not do this with me anymore. This That's the one, huh?
This would be the ultimate so far of all the deal breakers. This would have been the ultimate deal breaker. If you don't know Born to Run, okay?
I do.
If Tramps Like Us, if you don't know that,
Oh yeah. I'm playing it here because I don't want it to go over there. Because if it goes over there on the mic, then we're gonna get muted. But yes, I 100% know this song. 100%. 100%.
So there you go. Thunder Road, Rosalita, Chimes of Freedom, Better Days, Born to Run.
Don't you think Santa Claus is Coming to Town was pretty good?
Your 5 maybe vary.
Oh, my 5 would be the top 5 songs he's ever made because that's probably the only ones I know. And I do know
You're probably a Dancing in the Dark, Born in the USA, Hungry Heart kind of guy. Hungry
All
Heart, great song off the river. The
Glory
river
Days.
itself. Glory Days. Yep. That's again also off of Born in the USA.
But to your point, there's a top 100. And like the only other person that I know that has a top 100, Garth Brooks. Maybe
Beatles, Rolling Stones.
Sure. Yeah. Different eras, man. I get it. And I'm glad you two have this bond over this album because it probably had a lot to do with why he's able to join us on the show today. Good for you. All right. The top 5, J.A.'s top 5, not the top 5. J.A.'s top 5, Bruce Springsteen.
Feel free to make it yours too. You could do worse. All I'm saying.
Yeah. Leave your top 5 below. I mean, tell us what your top 5 are compared to J.A.'s.
Because I think everybody will have Born to Run, and then the other 4 will be different.
I'm not sure that this is going to cause more drama than you never having a cannibal sandwich or tiger meat for Christmas. But by all means,
sending me pictures of that is gross. It's gross. It's awful.
Sorry.
Like, here's a pound of ground chuck we put some onions against. What is that? Like,
make it effort. A one word response. Gross. That was it.
Yeah, it's gross.